In Palestinian camps in Lebanon, grief and despair fester together. Many have relatives that have been killed in Gaza or friends attempting to survive under an increasingly violent occupation in the occupied West Bank. But living here in Lebanon is no easy feat either.
We are in a very bad situation in the Palestinian camps because we are in a state of deprivation like all the oppressed people. We say, God willing, there will be peace in Lebanon. We only have one wish, to go back to occupied Palestine.
For Palestinian refugees in Lebanon, many of whom have been here for generations, rights are limited. They do not have access to the public school or healthcare system, do not hold the same passport as Lebanese citizens, and are barred from a long list of jobs. Nowadays, they're also living under an economic crisis and the threat of expanding war between Israel and Hezbollah. When it comes to emergency planning, the status of Palestinian refugees in Lebanon leaves them with few options. They cannot, for example, travel to Syria or Jordan visa-free like many Lebanese did during the 2006 war. The disproportionate levels of poverty they face also means it's going to be more difficult for them to rent a second house in the mountains, another option commonly utilized in 2006. As is the case with many elements of Palestinian livelihood here in Lebanon, Palestinians are having to rely on UNRWA in the case of a wider war. Minutes away, UNRWA's Lebanon director Dorothy Klaus takes us inside an UNRWA-designated emergency shelter, one of 12 that have been set up by the organization to ensure Palestinians have a place to go should the situation escalate.
The rooms themselves will be cleaned. Ideally, we would have curtains, then things like bomb blast-proof film.
This former school is yet to be outfitted with necessary fixings like mattresses and upgraded bathrooms, having only been designated as an emergency shelter a week ago. Together, all UNRWA shelters currently have a capacity of 10,000, allowing some Palestinians a little peace of mind.
The Palestinians in Lebanon, through every generation, have been experiencing renewed displacement after 1948. We've had camps destroyed, we've had camps besieged, we've had massacres. The Palestinians in Lebanon are a deeply traumatized population. And of course, the memories come back, and that adds to a state of anxiety they're in now.
Along with the shelters, Klaus explains that instilling confidence in both staff and community is key to emergency preparation.
This is how right now we're approaching the situation, trying to explain to the community we will be there for them, we will remain operational. We're not leaving, we're increasing preparedness levels to give them some sense of confidence that somebody will be there to service them.
Unsure of what the next days and weeks could bring, Palestinians and the organizations that support them have no choice but to brace for the worst. Still, the Palestinian flag flies high in camps in Lebanon, a small sliver of hope amongst an otherwise difficult reality. Priyanka Navani, TRT World, Beirut.